At 10:50 a.m. in the morning, the calm waters of the Gulf of Oman broke with the sound of spinning blades. An old Iranian helicopter lifted slowly into the air, its metal frame shaking as it climbed higher. Radar screens began to light up. Far out to sea, about 30 miles away, a powerful shape moved across the waves. The USS Fitzgerald, an American warship packed with missiles, radar, and secrets. The helicopter turned toward it. Step by step, mile by mile, it moved closer. What followed in those next few minutes would echo far beyond the Gulf of Oman, a moment that changed how both sides looked at each other forever. On the 23rd of July 2025, at approximately 10:50 a.m. local time, USS Fitzgerald DDG-62 operated in the Gulf of Oman when an Iranian Sh-3 Sea King helicopter approached the vessel. The Fitzgerald had deployed from San Diego on the 2nd of June 2025 as part of Carrier Strike Group 3, led by the USS Abraham Lincoln. The destroyer belongs to Destroyer Squadron 2 and was commissioned in 1995. Its home port is San Diego. The ship carries a crew trained to handle threats from air, surface, and subsurface vectors simultaneously. Iranian state television reported that the destroyer attempted to approach waters under Iran's monitoring in a provocative move. The 3rd Naval Region of the Iranian Army Navy dispatched the helicopter as a rapid reaction response. Iranian footage shows the helicopter hovering directly over the destroyer. The pilot issued a radio warning in English. The message commanded the destroyer to change course and avoid Iranian-controlled waters. According to Iranian state media, the USS Fitzgerald responded by threatening to target the Iranian aircraft if it did not leave the area. The helicopter pilot continued the mission and issued a second warning. Iran's Army Air Defense Command then intervened. They announced the helicopter was under full protection of Iran's integrated air defense system. They ordered the destroyer to alter its course. Iranian reports claim the Fitzgerald retreated southward following these warnings. The United States military presented a completely different account. U.S. Central Command stated the interaction was safe and professional, with no impact to the Fitzgerald's mission. A defense official speaking to USNI News called Iranian claims falsehoods and misinformation attempts by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The official emphasized that U.S. Central Command will continue to operate safely and professionally in accordance with internationally recognized norms and customs. The USS Fitzgerald is a Flight I Arleigh Burke-class destroyer measuring 505 feet long with a displacement of 8,300 tons. Its armament includes one 127mm Mark 45 naval gun, 2 Phalanx 20mm close-in weapon systems, 2 Mark 38 25mm chain guns, and 4 12.7mm machine guns. The destroyer carries 90 vertical launch system cells capable of firing RIM-66 and RIM-156 surface-to-air missiles, RUM-139 ASROC anti-submarine rockets, BGM-109 Tomahawk cruise missiles, and RIM-161 anti-ballistic missiles. 2 triple Mark 32 torpedo tubes provide anti-submarine capability. The ship supports 1 MH-60R Seahawk helicopter for extended surveillance and anti-submarine operations. As of early 2025, the Fitzgerald became the first U.S. Navy ship equipped with Enterprise Remote Monitoring version 4 artificial intelligence system. The system monitors over 10,000 onboard systems in real time for predictive maintenance. This technology replaced the older ICAS platform. The AI enables crew members to identify potential equipment failures before they occur. The Iranian helicopter involved was an Sh-3 Sea King. This aircraft entered service in the 1960s. Iran operates aging variants purchased before the 1979 revolution. The helicopter lacks modern avionics and defensive systems. It carries no weapons capable of threatening an Aegis-equipped destroyer. The confrontation represented asymmetric posturing rather than credible military threat. Afshan Ostavar, associate professor at the Naval Postgraduate School, told USNI News that Iranian harassment of American warships is not unusual in waters near Iran. The Iranian military uses small boats and aircraft to harass ships. The helicopter represents another example of this tactic. Harassment communicates vigilance and tests American responses. Tehran uses these encounters for domestic propaganda purposes. The one thing that they cannot do, especially with a single helicopter, is actually intimidate us. That Iranian helicopter was far more in danger than USS Fitzgerald was, Ostavar stated. He noted the context cannot be ignored. Tensions remain high between Iran and the United States following American strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. This could represent a face-saving action by Iran. The Iranians are obviously, I think, willing to risk a little more tension in this moment in order to get sort of a propaganda victory, Ostavar explained. The incident marked the first direct encounter reported between Iranian and U.S. forces since the 12-day war between Iran and Israel in June 2025. During that conflict, U.S. Block B-52 bombers targeted Iranian nuclear facilities. American forces conducted a single airstrike on Iranian nuclear infrastructure on the 22nd of June 2025. The strike reportedly targeted 3 facilities, but only inflicted significant damage at the Fordow site, according to post-strike assessments. The geographic context matters. The Gulf of Oman connects the Arabian Sea to the Persian Gulf through the Strait of Hormuz. Approximately 1/3 of global seaborne oil passes through this waterway. Iran maintains significant influence over these shipping routes. Its position provides leverage for disrupting major commercial passages. Western powers patrol the area to deter Iran and its proxies from attacking commercial vessels. Regional allies who export oil and gas through these routes rely on American naval presence for reassurance. Iranian and U.S. naval forces have maintained a long history of encounters in the Persian Gulf, Gulf of Oman, and Strait of Hormuz since the 1980s. In 2019, Iran shot down a U.S. RQ-4, a Global Hawk drone near the Strait of Hormuz due to alleged airspace violation. The Iranian Navy frequently conducts large-scale drills in these waters, demonstrating capabilities and signaling deterrence against foreign powers. The United States denied entering Iranian territorial waters. American officials stated the destroyer operated in international waters throughout the encounter. No deviation from standard operating procedures occurred. The Navy referred comment requests to U.S. Central Command. CENTCOM provided a statement emphasizing professional conduct and adherence to international maritime law. Video footage released by Iranian state media showed the helicopter's perspective. The destroyer appeared in frame with clear weather conditions. Audio captured radio communications in English. The footage spread across social media platforms and Iranian news outlets. Western media outlets noted the propaganda value of such releases. The images served domestic audiences while projecting strength internationally. The confrontation occurred amid broader tensions. President Trump had urged Iran into fresh nuclear talks. He warned the United States would strike again if Iran sought to rebuild nuclear facilities. Trump stated Iran must never be allowed to build nuclear weapons. Tehran denies seeking nuclear weapons capability. Iran maintains its nuclear program serves purely civilian purposes. The USS Fitzgerald has operational experience in the Pacific and Middle East regions. The ship participated in Exercise Rim of the Pacific in 2024. The destroyer completed a routine port call at Naval Base Ventura County, Port Hueneme in February 2025. Its deployment to the Middle East placed it in proximity to Iranian territorial waters as part of routine presence operations. Iranian military capabilities in the region include coastal defense cruise missiles, naval mines, fast attack craft, and diesel-electric submarines. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy operates separately from the regular Iranian Navy. Both organizations maintain assets in the Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. They employ swarming tactics with small boats armed with rockets and machine guns. The destroyer's defensive systems would detect and track the helicopter from dozens of miles away. SPY-1D radar provides 360-degree coverage with simultaneous tracking of hundreds of targets. The ship's Combat Information Center processes threat data in real time. Automated systems provide engagement recommendations to crew members. Manual override remains available for all weapon systems. No weapons were fired during the encounter. No damage occurred to either the helicopter or destroyer. Both vessels departed the area without physical confrontation. The incident concluded without casualties or material losses. Radio communications represented the only direct interaction between forces. U.S. forces maintain continuous presence in waters near Iran. Destroyer rotations provide maritime security and freedom of navigation operations. These patrols demonstrate American commitment to regional allies. They counter Iranian influence over critical shipping lanes. The missions continue regardless of Iranian harassment or propaganda.